Hey everybody, and again, welcome to 1X 2019. I am Tudor Postolache, the director of the film noir comedy A Pawn in the City, a tale of crime, despair, and Uno. Since the beginning of my time working on this show, I'm so happy to have had such a helpful community of totally terrific people who have been the heart of this production. From my great co-writer, Eli Protas, shout out, my awesome producers, Emily Pan and Danielle Morera, to the amazing actors and musicians and crew members who have blessed me with such an amazing show. Finally, I want to give a big shout out to my family, who I'm so thankful for their encouragement and support. So all that said, please sit back and enjoy A Pawn in the City.
In this city, you're known for what you are. A politician, a bum, a crook, a vegan. Like pieces on a playing board, everyone's got a role in this game no one knows the rules to. The name's Grant Bishop, but the words on the door say, Private Eye. I make it my business to know what people are, making me quite the friendly guy. In fact, I keep my best friend close to my heart, my holstered Colt peacemaker. But if the last 2 days have proved anything, it's that peace is the last thing it makes. It was a day that began like any other. A dime in my pocket from explaining to some broad that her husband wasn't golfing on the weekends. It wasn't much, but it was good for the next time I stopped by Aunt Jolly's for a drop of something that burns. Knowing me, it wouldn't have been long. If it hadn't been for a case that found its way to my door. A case in the form of a dame. She was young, or trying to be. Her dress said money, and her face said danger. Yup, I definitely had a case.
Detective Bishop, I presume?
You're a very perceptive woman. You got a name, doll? I knew her name, of course. How could I not? Her name was on every bus stop, billboard, and radio commercial from First Street to the docks. Loretta Quinn runs the largest law firm in the city.
Loretta Quinn, I run the largest law firm in the city. Surprised you didn't recognize me being a detective of your reputation.
Oh, silly me. Guess I forgot. Then tell me, darling, are you the same Miss Quinn who's been running for district attorney this past month?
Why, yes, detective. I am your future DA, but I'm certainly not your darling. I guess I was mistaken. You do pay attention to the obvious.
Well, I wouldn't be a private eye if I didn't know my people.
Really? I thought you were a private eye because you couldn't keep a job at the police department.
Ah! Okay. That one hurt. Clearly this dame was playing at a game that was older than my grandmama. But it was one that I was determined to win. Well then, Miss Quinn, being a blood-sucking, backstabbing, double-crossing lawwoman of your reputation, how can I help you?
I believe you know this man.
Ugh. Yeah, I knew the guy. Stevie Blitz, the best damn bookie in the biz. No one knew more about which boxer was taking a dive and which crime boss was giving him the cash to do it. This made Blitz a pretty valuable stool pigeon for me and my boys in blue back in the day. So I'm guessing good old Stevie here has gotten himself wrapped up in a case of yours, huh? One you'd rather leave without any loose ends before the district attorney vote. Smart. So mind telling me what he's gotten himself into this time?
Well, I wouldn't be good at what I do if I started disclosing details to lowly PIs, would I? The court ordered him to give testimony, that's all, and I'm ordering you to deliver the slip.
If you think I'm gonna do a job for a no-good shyster like you...
Would this be enough to change your mind?
Now I started to see the perks of taking this case. Roughly 5,000 of them, to be exact. what could I say? The dame could be mighty convincing if she wanted to. A lawyer, after all, and, well, I want the money on my desk by Friday, now that you've convinced me, no later.
Find him, detective, and then we can talk paychecks.
Maybe we can talk it over drinks then?
You know they're right what they say about you, Bishop. You get yourself in way over your head. I hope to see you soon, detective.
Don't worry, doll, I'm on the case. I made the worst decision of my life that day! But in the moment, I was just glad to have a job. Turns out Blitz was even harder to find than back in the good old days. I mean, it only took talking to his mother's brother's sister's best friend's goldfish's vet to find out that Stevie was lying low in an old abandoned motel on the edge of 14th Street. I'd been tracking the bookie the entire night, so one could understand I was eager to pay my old pal a visit. Hey there, Blitz!
Ah! Bishop, it's you! What are you doing breaking into people's rooms like that?
The door was unlocked, Stevie.
Well, you can never be too safe. I'm so glad to see you, Bishop. Listen, I need your help.
Nope. I'm here on case business. That's all.
Cool. Then maybe we could discuss over a game of cards like the good old days?
This is an Uno deck.
It's all I had on me. That's not important. What's important is I've gotten myself in the mighty high waters, buddy. Real trouble.
Yeah, I heard. Listen, Stevie, I'm just here to tell you that you are needed in court.
Are you serious? Like hell I'm going to court after what I've seen.
Never mind your testimony. You can tell it to the judge.
No.
My client paid mighty fine for your whereabouts, and I intend to deliver.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. Are you even listening to me? These people aren't messing around. I'm trying to tell you, Bishop, this is a matter of life and death. My life. They're trying to kill me.
Okay. Clearly something's got you spooked. So you can tell it to the coppers on your way downtown.
No, the cops, they can't be trusted. You have to protect me, man.
Come on, Blitz, I'm no bodyguard. Not for any amount you can pay me, at least.
Please, Grant, don't you owe me for all those cases back in the day? I stuck my neck out for you, giving you information. Now it's your opportunity to save that neck.
I thought the steady flow of cash you got from the department was gratitude enough.
Okay, fine, I'll give you that. But what about all those beer nights? Those were fun times, right?
No.
Come on, buddy. You're my closest friend.
Now that's just sad. Okay, you can lay low at my place, but when whatever this thing is blows over, I'm expecting to be well compensated. Got it?
Oh, you got it, Bishop, yes!
You've got 1 minute to pack your things, or I'm gonna start reconsidering.
Just wait to hear I gotta say, Grant.
I don't know how I get myself into these situations. I'm just too big-hearted, I guess. But that's what got me wondering. What could get Stevie so riled up like that? Obviously, he'd gotten in Dutch with some shady business to be as frightened as he is. Little did I know I'd be finding that out all on my own. Good old Stevie's time had been spent.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. Stevie! Stevie, stay with me, buddy!
Grant! The king!
The king? What are you talking about?
The king controls everyone!
Poor Stevie. If anybody could survive a shot to the chest like that, it would be him. The shots came from the window. Clearly somebody was hired to do him in. This king? Who was he? And why was Stevie the one to get cut down? These were the questions I needed to ask myself if I was ever going to find out.
Well, look what the cat dragged in, Officer Gambit. Smells like failure.
Oh, Officer Pegno, it's just who I imagined would be smack dab in the middle of trouble. What the hell happened there, Bishop?
My old police buddies, Gambit and Pegno. One rough around the edges, and the other a little dense in the center. But if there's one thing they have in common, they're both idiots. I know as much as you do, Gambit. Give me a break.
Really? So you just popped in on that worthless bookie to say hi before he got blown to hell?
You must be as stupid as you look if you think we're gonna believe that.
I was just investigating him for a case. That's all.
Oh, right. I forgot you're still playing private investigator. So how does it feel being a detective on discount?
Yeah, private investigator, more like private person who's a loser. I still got it. So, Bishop, did you get anything out of the guy? He tell you why someone might want to do him in?
I know as much as you do. Get off my case!
You sure about that? You know how Stevie is. I mean, was. He was known to poke at things that shouldn't be prodded.
So if he did tell you anything, we'd very much like to know.
You know, thinking about it, he did mention something. Something about how if I ever saw you two again, I should really remind you guys how much I hate your dumb, ugly mugs.
You know what, Bishop? You really haven't changed none.
5 years and you're still the same stupid piece of scum you were the day we met you.
Yeah, well, you two are still both the shiny examples of intelligence.
Why, thank you. I knew my mom was wrong about me.
Anyways, it looks like this case is closed.
But you don't even know who did it yet.
Who cares? As we said before, there were a lot of people Stevie annoyed. It was only about time they got to him. And besides, murders like these happen all the time nowadays. Not really worth looking into them.
But
You said so yourself. You know nothing, and if you ask me, that's all for the best. Now move along, Bishop, and feel free to forget about what's happened here. You can leave the crime to the real lawmen. Let's do the thing.
No.
Oh, come on, we practiced it.
No.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-na, bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-na, bum-bam,
Yeah.
bum-bum-ba-na,
Yeah.
bum-bum-ba.
Stop! Yeah, if you're not careful, it might be your sorry corpse we're taking back to the mortician.
Nice.
yeah, well, I think you two are a bunch of chumps. Chumps. But I hated to admit it. They were right. Quinn didn't pay me to catch a killer, and even if she did, I had no leads. But I did have a mighty thirst, so I went down to old Aunt Jolly's to see if maybe I could wash this big, bad day all down. Barman! I need a hard one. Put it on the rocks and give it a kick. A pinch of salt and a pint of orange juice. Stir the whole thing while looking at the second edition of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
What a hipster. Tough run, Bishop.
The toughest. Let's just say I've got my fair share of sorrows to drown.
Yeah, well, drown no way.
And I did. About 3 in, I was already seeing stars and about as aware as a pigeon in the dark. I looked to the door and I'll be damned, the illustrious Loretta Quinn. I had the urge to tell her everything that happened on the case, but who was I kidding? She already knew. Say, what's a dame like you doing in a place like this?
Looking for a no-good detective who can't child sit a grown man for 10 minutes.
Ah, funny. I don't recall being asked to follow dead men.
Ah, and it appears I found one. Good evening, Bishop.
Evening, doll.
Look, Bishop, I'll tell it as it is. Come November, I'll be the DA, and as such, I can't afford any loose ends.
Yeah, well, whatever case you needed him for, Blitz, that is, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. Being dead will do that to you.
Mr. Blitz, as unfortunate as his death may have been, is far from my top priority. I do have an election to win after all.
Say, what's a dame like you even trying to become a government gal? Government gal? I mean, being district attorney is hard enough, but while being a dame in this city.
Oh, Bishop, some things are worth their strifes. Believe me when I say I'm going... Knock it off, will you? I'm going to make the city safer for everyone. When I'm through, all these murders will end. I have to tell you that that's the truth.
In that case, let me raise a glass to the savior of the city and her trusty law firm. May your halo ever rest on top of your head.
My dear detective, this cute little back and forth has been fun and all, but don't get me wrong. While my firm may look large and frightening to your pretty little eyes, we've made the city safer with every dirty crook and gangster we've taken off the streets. People are afraid, Bishop, and by now, I've done enough to show them that I'm the one that can make those fears disappear. They are ready to give me the district attorney vote. And before you say anything about how I've earned it by the strength of will and the strength of character, and don't you forget it.
All right, don't worry, I won't. You know, you may have just convinced me myself. Maybe you are exactly what this city needs.
Well, in that case, see to it that Stevie's murderer finds my door before the police's, and then maybe we can get that drink you were asking about. And just to show you a sign of my kind-heartedness, here's an advance. Put it on my tab.
No use arguing, I'll see. He'll be there if I ain't the best damn PI in this whole bar. Now there's a face that even tipsy me would recognize. Clancy McKnight, the notorious, heartless contract killer and bona fide prick. I identified the guy and investigated him a few years back. Not surprised he didn't recognize me as long as it had been. But me? Oh, I never forget a face. If he's back in town, there's already a chance he's gotten his hands dirty. And an even better chance he's the one who knocked off Stevie. He had a buddy, too, one I couldn't quite recognize, but I got a bad feeling about the pair of them. And I live on gut feeling. But a good PI always confirms their suspicions. So I asked them the most subtle, most inconspicuous thing a guy secretly interrogating criminals would ask. Hi, you two are criminals, right?
Well, that depends. Who's asking?
I was in. Oh, sorry, the name's, Travis. I'm looking to get into the murdering business.
What are you, some sort of cop?
A cop? No, I'm a crook like you, waiting for my big break.
Right.
I mean, you're that Clancy McKnight killer, aren't you? You're like the greatest hitman of all time. I'm a big fan of your work and all.
I'm touched, but I don't have fans.
What are you talking about? I still run that fan club.
Shut it, rookie.
I'm sorry, I haven't had the pleasure of your acquaintance yet.
Oh, my name's Cass. I'm his partner in crime.
Intern! Now, listen here. Taylor, was it? I don't have time for fans, and I already have to deal with one nutcase. Now we have to go. There's plenty of other fixers that can get you in the gig. City's crawling with them.
Damn it, I was losing them and I still didn't have any leads. Gotta think. Of course! The only reason McKnight got involved in the dropper business was to pay for his crippling addiction to... How about we talk this over, a high-stakes card game?
Name the game, little man.
Use the right bait and they just jump on the hook, I guess. Sit down, will ya? You can't start a game and a bid when you're on 2 feet.
All right, kid. You got me. We're in.
We are?
But there better be no funny business or you'll be more than out of a gig.
Wouldn't dream of it. Now, who's up for a game? of Uno.
Ah, Uno, the gentleman's game.
It is?
Now, I'm a pro at this game, so let's say $5,000 to the winner. Even though Quinn hasn't paid me yet and I don't got $5, this is exactly the kind of thing that got me in second-rate bars playing Uno with murderers.
Impressive. High stakes indeed.
Whoa! Finally gonna get some money out of this gig.
Of course, if the rookie wins, I still get the money.
Aww.
After you, my new friend.
Fine by me. Blue 6.
2 blue.
2 green.
Green 4.
Skip!
The game is rigged!
So, Mr. McKnight, you coming to town recently? Haven't seen you around in years.
Yeah, me and the rookie here just got a new job in the city, if you know what I mean.
Oh, really? Who's hiring? Maybe I might submit a resume.
Oh, some big-time employer, the king. He's real
Skip!
Sorry.
Sorry, kid. Can't tell you any more than that. It's one of those discretion is part of the job type deals.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking to get as much experience as I can. I bet you two get a ton of knockoff jobs as it is.
Yeah, just got done with one this morning.
Yeah, the boss man wanted some low-life bookie to shut his yapper. So he shut that hole and opened a few others, if you know what I mean.
You don't say. What made him worth killing?
And you too much about the going-ons in the city. You know, the usual... I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. My bad, kid. Rookie mistake, am I right? Now, let me tell you the best starter jobs.
Seriously? 4 cards?
No, tell me more about this employer you had.
Jeez, kid. You ask a lot of questions. You know, you remind me a lot of... Say, are you sure we haven't met before, Tartar?
Reversing now? I just got a good draw.
No, I'm new in town. I'm just looking for my place in the big city. Ooh, reverse.
All right, just making sure. Looks like you're down to 1 card there, Tudor.
Looks like you're about to be paying me $5,000.
Thing about that there, Travis, is that in Uno, there's that one rule. You have to shout
Uno.
when you're down to 1 card. Now, if someone does it before you, then you don't win. You have to draw twice. Now, you wouldn't be a pro if you didn't know that. You should have read upon the rules before trying to play me, Detective Bishop.
So it was you who did old Stevie in.
Well, the king doesn't like it when people stick their noses into other people's business.
Yeah, I heard. So who is this king anyway?
Don't worry about that wise guy. I expect you'd want him to answer those questions himself. Now, can it, or I will.
He's obviously the one paying off you goons.
Okay, then. That's curtains. Bets on that no one's gonna miss one more sad, lonely detective.
But Clancy, we haven't even finished our game. Now, where was I? Oh, right. Now, I may not have said Uno, but I won't have to draw twice. My advice, try interning at something a little less life-threatening.
You really think I'm going to do that? Good idea.
Rookies. Now, all that's left for me to do is drag your sorry butt into Quinn's office and reap the rewards. Easy peasy. But first, you're going to tell me a little bit more about this king of yours.
You think you can pull all this crap and walk away? Oh, no, no, no. The king has handled scum like you before, trying to topple his empire, and they've all ended up like that gut-for-nothing bookie. Yeah!
Keep talking, Clancy. You sound like a real tough guy down there whimpering over a busted knee. Here, let me help you with that.
Get your hands off me, you gumshoe dingus! Where are you gonna go anyway, huh? The king has his pawns all over the city. High binders and rubes, the cops, the press, even has that woman going for district attorney. Ah, you schnozzle sap.
What did you say?
You schnozzle sap!
Not that, the other thing. District attorney? Woman? Of course it all makes sense. That murderous nymph, Quinn. She got me to lead hitmen to Stevie all along.
Ah!
Hey!
Ah! Cass, you rookie. Why didn't you do that sooner?
I had to wait for him to lose his gun. And come on, getting this internship was bad enough. Don't want to do that all over again. What are we gonna do to him?
I expect the boss will want a word with him.
Where am I?
Hello, detective. I hear you've been wanting to meet me. The name's Raina.
You're the king, aren't you? And you slimy little... Hey!
Please, detective. It's not very proper to talk to a man's fiancé like that in front of his face. But I suppose she does owe you an explanation.
Fiance? She owes me a hell of a lot more than that.
Oh, don't worry. I intend on giving you your money, but that all depends on whether you're alive to collect. You see, detective, I couldn't have silenced that geezer Blitz had you not led us to him. As it turns out, you might be useful to us after all.
As another one of your lackeys in the city? No thanks.
Well, that's unfortunate. I really hope we could be friends, but if you don't want to play games, that's fine. You see, Grant, I'm building an empire here, and this city is my playing board. Everything that happens here happens because of me. Without me, everything will just stop, like a game with nobody to move the pieces. From lawmakers to lawmen, I've manipulated my way into every aspect of this town. And when I married this chick, I would have made my way into the very law itself. Now, I'm gonna kill you, Grant. But at least I allowed you the pleasure of finally knowing the truth. It's me who owns the game. It's me who's been making all the plays. All of it belongs to the king. All of it happened because of the king. The king is me, and the king can't be toppled. Ha, ha, ha.
Well, a monologue like that is just bound to end up with someone dying. I guess some men can't see true power until it shoots them in the heart. Oh, Clancy?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't like the surprised look on Mr. Bishop's face right now. Please get rid of it for me.
No need, look's gone, see?
Well, in that case, Clancy, while you're still up, could you and your lovely crew please escort my dear fiancé to the back? It's so funny how being a man will get you so far in life when you do so little. At least the city will have elected me for hard work and merit, not corruption.
I don't believe it. How could you have done this?
I mean, really? It's kind of obvious. Sorry to say, but this is kind of a cliche.
You're sick, you know that? Getting me to lead hitmen to Stevie Blitz. The poor guy had a lot to live for, and you threw him away for nothing at all!
For nothing? Why, on the contrary, Mr. Blitz's death meant everything. It meant you.
So what is this? Some kind of psycho twisted plot to drain the soul from my body and shoot me dead?
Oh, no, no, no. I'd much rather give you your money and watch you go live the rest of your pathetic life out. Besides, Stevie and all that's happened here will be nothing but a distant memory after a couple drinks.
You're a killer and a thug, and if you think for a second I'm going to let you get away with anything you've been doing, you're dead wrong.
No, detective. I'm the one doing what's necessary. I don't share my former fiance's childish desire for power. I just want what's best for my city. Now, being the district attorney and controlling the criminal underworld, I can stop crime just as fast as I can put it to good use. If being a killer and a thug is what it took to get me here, then so be it. You're still a good man, Bishop. I hope you can still see what I'm trying to do here is good, too.
If you think you can change things, you're wrong. You're just going to end up like your scum husband.
Fine. Have it your way. You can walk out a free man and never get your revenge. Or you can try to put a bullet through your problems and watch how the city falls without me. Your move.
In this city, you're known for what you are. A politician, a bum, a crook, a detective. Like pieces on a playing board, we've all got a role in this game no one knows the rules to. The name's Grant Bishop, and the words on the door read, Private Eye. I made it my business to know what people were. But who am I kidding? In the end, we're all just pawns in the city.